Okay, we are back at it again. Hi guys. Today we are going to be continuing reading about reality bending SCPs, and also we might read more articles from Dr. Clef if we get the chance. I don't know. This is kind of spontaneous. But anyways, hi guys. Just kind of waiting for the chat to come in because I know there's a bit of a delay. I'm gonna apply my lip gloss because I totally forgot to do that before getting on cam. Hi Starscream, how are you? Just gonna put some shine on my lips. I'm the first one to join. Hi Faith on Pause. There we go. Got a lot of on pause today. That's awesome. That's awesome. Anyways, I'm thinking maybe we should have a little yapping session before we get straight into things. Maybe? I don't know. I've got Squishy here with me, but you guys can't see him because he's on my lap, and for some reason, I don't know. The camera just, I would have to back up this much for you guys to be able to see him on my lap. And that really sucks, so, oh well, we're doing the best we can, right? I don't know. I wish I could just balance him on my head or something, but that's also out of camera. Whatever. Anyways, how's everyone doing? I'm a little bit sad. You guys see my ring? The little snake ring that I have? It freaking broke. Because I accidentally put it in the washing machine. I actually have somewhere here, I have the end piece, so I'm just gonna like super glue it back on, but that kind of sucks. But anyways, who's spamming? I got this at Claire's. Anyways, because there's a Claire's at one of the malls that I go to, and it's closing soon, so a lot of things were on sale and clearance and whatnot. Anyways, hi Kamari. The poor ring, I know, I'm so dumb, but it's okay. I'm gonna go into my live stream chat through my tablet so I could get the rules. I don't think any mod is here. Ignore my dogs. They'll stop soon, I think. I don't know. Usually the mods are already here and they're already putting the rules into the chat, like, oh, pin this, so you know I can pin it, but I think I might have to do some work today. I think I might have to put the rules in myself. The ring can be fixed somehow. Or I think I'll just use like super glue or something. It's not that important. It was like a cheap ring. I just like it because it's silver jewelry. I wanted more jewelry because I wanted to dress more like Mello from Death Note. And I'm a silver girly, so, you know. Is your ring okay? You're not dumb. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, Hawk is asleep. Okay, should have assumed so, because Hawk lives in Germany, and it's late for them. The others aren't here yet. Well, hi, Epsilon. I'm glad you're here, at least. Hello. Do you have the rules somewhere, by any chance? God, I really wish that you guys could see Squishy, but, like, there's nowhere for me to just, like, set him down. Like, here's him on my armrest. You guys can, like, kind of see him, but not really. I don't know. It kind of sucks. Maybe I should just, like, get, like, a string or something and hang him from the ceiling. I don't know. Hawk lives in Germany? Yes! Hawk lives in Germany. That is correct. So, very different time zone. Also, listen, before I show this on camera, I want you to know I lent my sister a lot of money, and I let her not pay me back for a couple weeks because she was kind of in a rough financial situation, so she gave me the money back, and she also gave me this with a gift card that she got from her friend a long time ago, okay? I prefer Tim Hortons. I did not financially support Starbucks today. Oh, also, I promised you guys on the last stream that I would show you the Tim Hortons cup and what they look like now. I lost the lid, but here's what they look like now. See, very detailed. They have their beautiful colors back with the reds and the browns and the yellows. If you guys are Canadian, this is big news. This is very good news, because their coffee cups used to be just like this, like, bright red, very simplistic look. So it's nice to see the old design back. I drank 2 fucking coffees at a football game. Okay. Hey Violet, quick question. Do you swear? I do. I try to keep it limited, because swearing a lot is kind of cringe. I feel like if you have to rely on swearing for your humor, you're not very funny. That's the way it is. But anyways, yeah, I do swear on occasion. I'm 21 years old, so, you know. But Starscream, that sounds like a lot of caffeine. Hope you're doing alright. Anyways, so if you guys were on my last stream, or if you check that out at all, we were learning about what humes are, and humes are a way to, it's a fictional way to measure the amount of reality in a place. It is a way to measure reality itself, because in the SCP Foundation there are a lot of entities and anomalies that are capable of altering reality and changing reality and changing the amount of reality and the amount of what's real and what isn't. So humes, H-U-M-E, that's the way to measure, like, I don't know, reality bending. Oh, hold on, what's going on? It's a bit important. Can't stay for long because I promised a friend we'd call. Aww. Then I found out you're double streaming today. That's totally fine, Epsilon. You have fun, okay? I can read the chat right here, so I'm all good. Oh, and thank you for the rules, too, Bloody Legend. Thank you. Anyways. So it's a hey losers, sorry I was late. I was grinding Geometry Dash. That's okay, Frumpy. I haven't heard of that game in a while, I'm gonna be honest. It's like nostalgic, but like not, how do I say this? Like I was never really into Geometry Dash. Like I never really played it much. But thinking about it is still really nostalgic to me. Oh, do you know what dragon puppets are? I make a lot. I have 20. That's awesome. I do know what they are. I like them a lot. I think that they're really cool, very creative. I actually follow this one person. I think their at is called Scars of Love on YouTube. Hawk introduced me to them. And they make really good dragon puppets. Really, really cool. Very realistic. But anyways, yeah. Should we put some music on? I completely forgot to do that, but I need to switch YouTube accounts on my tablet first. Oh, Violet, I have an SCP I want you to read. Oh, it's about a snake. Do you want to know the SCP name? You know what? Sure thing. We can... Should we do that to start, or should we do that in the end? I think we should do it at the end. The SCP I want you to read about is 4225. Okay, nice. Noted. We'll read that at the end of stream. So first I'm gonna read about, humes. Because if you guys were with us last time, we learned about what humes are, and a few facts and questions, or whatever. Facts, answers, questions, about humes. One thing that I put in the description of my last live stream that I feel like I should clarify now. Let me just put on some music first. Animal Crossing. Let's put on 7 AM. Why not? Oh, that's cute. I like that. Anyways. What was I gonna say? I thought... Okay, so basically, I was reading articles from Dr. Clef last week, who was an SCP author, one of the early day, more iconic ones. Made a lot of SCPs, has a very interesting character. Like self-insert, that's popular for a lot of the authors of the SCP Foundation. And I'd never really read many articles from Dr. Clef before. I don't think I've read, like, any, actually. I've heard of a couple of them, but I've never actually read a lot of them. Tell me the song name now. It's called 7 AM Animal Crossing City Folk. That game was my childhood, I swear. Anyways. What was I gonna say? Yeah, if you know Clef as, like, the fictional, like, self-insert, how do I say this in, like, a nice way? You wouldn't really... Oh. I'm trying to be nice here. You wouldn't really expect very... like... I don't know, intellectually well-put documents from the author. I think his stuff is really cool and very interesting and very wild, but you'd never really expect something very, like, intricate and detailed and smart. I feel like I'm making things worse. But anyways, needless to say though, I went into Clef's, one of Clef's SCP articles on the wiki last week, and I was absolutely blown away. Not only is it very unique visually, and it has things that I've never seen on any other SCP document before. Like, there's like a login screen, like, whatever, to get into the document, and once you're in the document, it's, like, visually distorted, and there's a bunch of colors all over the screen. It looks really cool. But... What was I gonna say? I never expected that from Dr. Clef. I'm just gonna say that, right? I was blown away, and it was really cool. And because Clef's character is like a reality bender or whatever, I expected that, because there was a linked article in his article that led to a fact question and answer page about, like, measuring reality bending. So I thought that was by him as well, because it was, like, very detailed. Oh yeah, the view count is, like, kind of messed up. It's gonna be less than the last stream. It always is like that when I do SCP streams, because people are here for Wildcraft usually. But yeah, anyways. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I made the mistake of assuming that the, like, fact and question thing, or whatever, that whole article on, like, Humes, I made the mistake of assuming that was written by Clef. It was not. I was wrong about that. It was not. It was actually by Dr. I might get this wrong, but it was by Dr. Jekyll? Or, hold on, let me actually look up the name. Or see if I could just find the author here. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to find the author to, like, SCP documents on the SCP wiki. I really feel like they should be titled, like, right above the page or something. Instead, I usually have to find myself Googling, hey, like, who's the author of this SCP, and then I find out, but I almost never find out through the wiki. That's not good, guys. Whoever makes the wiki, y'all need to change it. Or actually, hold on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just because of one specific thing, don't do that. I'm gonna get really mad. Anyways. Was it Dr. Jekyll's? Is that how you say his name? It was like Dr. Or was it Dr. I'm gonna find it on Google. I'm gonna find out how to pronounce it. Because I really want to properly credit this guy or girl. Because I didn't last stream. That's why I said read description. Doctor... Wait, sorry, hold on. Let us know ahead of time. I'll let you guys know like 2 hours ahead of time, but it was kind of a spontaneous thing. I don't know. Keep in mind, once again, Epsilon, as I did tell you last week, Moderation on these streams are never ever necessary. I am absolutely fine if you cannot make it for a double stream, if it's too much work, if it's exhausting, if it's like, if you're gonna be busy, whatever, for whatever reason. It's okay. Sometimes I'm gonna be busy. It's not really ever my intention to double stream, but sometimes I just make it work, you know? Kind of already explained why I did it. But yeah. I don't know. I do try not to already. But it's gonna happen sometimes, is what I'm saying. I really can't find this guy. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it is Dr. Is it Dr. Jekyll's file? It's Dr. Jekylled. But they made a lot of tales, including the fact and questions on Humes, and they also made a couple of SCPs as well. So that's freaking awesome. But anyways, do you know these moderators or whatever IRL? Nope. Nope, not a single one of them. I don't even think I've seen any of their faces before. I don't know. I don't know any of them in real life. Y'all, I'm gonna say something. I don't really have, like, buddies IRL. Yeah, I kind of moved here and just didn't make friends with people, and, you know. Anyways. Hold on, just because Soundwave knows about loyalty and you don't, Starscream. I remember saying that, but what was the context? Anyways. Okay, we've been yapping for almost 20 minutes. I feel like we should maybe kind of move on to part 2. So yeah, the fact and questions part 1, I've already explained the basics of what Hume is. I'm not gonna get into all of the details. If you want that, go to the last stream that I did. But today we're gonna be doing the part 2 of the facts, questions, answers and questions. It says, your Hume questions answered. So this is like a part 2 of what I was reading last stream. So I think I'm gonna finish reading that, and then I might go and look at, well, I'm gonna go look at some of Dr. Clef's, SCPs again, because I don't think, last time I did it, I didn't even get through one SCP. How long am I gonna stream? I might have said until 7 on my post, come to think of it, but I meant 8. Whoopsie daisies. Let me check my post, actually. I don't know what I said. I think I might have actually wrote 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But I meant to say 8. Let me see. Oh, I did! I said 6 to 7 Mountain Standard Time. I didn't mean to say that. It says from 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today will be my Wildcraft stream, and from 6 to 7 Mountain Standard Time. I can't even edit it right now because my music will go off, but it's okay. You guys are in the stream now and you all know, I guess. Gosh darn it, I'm kind of silly. Oh well. I feel like there was something I had to say. Bio, you're cute. Thank you so much, Rose. That is very nice. Can you play Fragile while by Progfox? I unfortunately cannot. I do not want my streams to get demonetized, meaning I can only stick to video game music from specific video games, because some of them, even though they're video games, I can still get, like, demonetized for using. I've gotten demonetized before for my actual videos. I've gotten demonetized once for using the Lost Woods, you know, like that Zelda song that's like meow 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 meow. Literally just the original song from the game. And I got copyrighted because YouTube thought that I was using somebody's, like, shitty funk version of the song. And I absolutely was not. But I got copyrighted for it anyway, and I had to share revenue on that video with some random guy who made like a funk remix of The Lost Woods. So I had to take the video down, re-edit it into CapCut, and then repost it again, which kind of killed it in the algorithm, I'm gonna be honest. I had to do the same thing for, another video because I got copyrighted for using Dire Docks from Super Mario 64. And I had to share... Okay, when you get demonetized on YouTube for using a song that's copyrighted, two things can happen. Number one, your video will get completely demonetized and you will not make money on it whatsoever. Number two, you have to share revenue with whoever made the song. But they never disclose the amount that they are taking. Like, the percentage of what is getting sent to them, you have no idea. So they could be taking, like, 25% of your revenue, or they could be taking, like, 99% of your revenue, and you would, like, never know. Like, you would have to calculate it, like, the next day, which would actually be really complicated with how YouTube works. Because you don't really know how much you get paid per 1,000 views. It depends on, like, your channel and the type of content you do. You have to calculate it yourself using some math, so... Yeah, it's better to just take the video down and re-upload it. Or, what's even better, if you can, is to just mute that section of the video. I've had to do that before for a Mr. Welly video. It was like a part where Mr. Welly was like contemplating his life, and it was supposed to look like really like a deep, like, sentimental moment where Mr. Welly was in like this black void, like looking down, like thinking over his decisions and like questioning himself. And it was over this, like, sad Zelda music, but it got copyrighted, so I had to mute that entire section, and it just looks, like, so eerie now. I can't believe I've never heard anyone talk about this, but it looks so eerie, because it's literally just Mr. Welly standing there in, like, a void, looking at the ground. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's kind of eerie. Tell me your favorite Transformer? Starscream? I don't think you would like the answer, because it's not Starscream anymore. I really like Optimus Prime now, too. I really like Optimus Prime. Anyways, rant over. I don't even know how that started. I was meant to ask you guys a question, but I think I'm gonna save it, because now we've been yapping for over 20 minutes, and I haven't even started reading a single file. So, I'm gonna read this file, then I have a question for you guys. Actually, it's not related to the channel, it's, like, related to, like, me and, like, something I want to do for Halloween. And I was hoping you guys can help me. I'm pretty sure we have, like, a few cosplayers in the chat, I don't know. But anyways, I am not a cosplayer, I just like to go really hard when it comes to Halloween. Anyways, answers and questions part 2, or your Hume questions answered. Today we're gonna learn more about Humes. If you don't already know about Humes, go to my other live stream. You'll learn all about it. You'll also watch me fight a fly at some point. I don't like flies. Hi, Alex! Okay, let's get into this. Okay, do you, too, have a question or questions about Humes? Put them down below, and they will be answered. If we go down, we see a question that reads, what do areas of high or low Hume concentration look like? By Dr. S. Okay, so we're giving... Okay, Dr. S. Who is that? I thought my, like, doctor name was short. Mine's Dr. Vi. But I'm not a part of the SCP, like, wiki. Yet. Answer. An area of low Hume concentration is a very strange place indeed. Oh, sorry, I just watched a bird go by. Without the stability of ordinary reality, regular humans can alter the area to their whim. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, I feel so crazy. I feel like, you know those people that, like, fake ADHD on, like, TikTok and they're in their car and they're trying to do something and they, like, fake getting distracted by things? I'm sorry, I see, like, there are two, like, ravens flying around my house and I really like ravens. I'm sorry. That was kind of cringe, but anyways. Alex, you don't really have to stay, but it would be appreciated. Also, bye, Epsilon, you have a good time with your buddy. Anyways, yeah, area of low Hume concentration is a very strange place indeed, without the stability of normal reality. Remember, low Hume means a low amount of reality. Regular humans can alter the area to their whim. So basically, I guess, in low Hume areas, regular humans can become reality benders. That is super, super cool. Where was I? Oh yeah, granting temporary reality bending-like abilities. That's what I just said. These should not be confused with the real thing, of course. They are merely a projection of higher Hume rate of reference on a lower Hume environment. Right. I think I get that, kind of, in a way. I think, anyways. And the abilities vanish as soon as the subject leaves the area. In addition, since reality is much less dense in these areas, the incidence of spontaneous anomalies and universe breaches are significantly higher. Man, Epsilon is gonna kick himself for leaving, because he would love this for the, like, roleplay plot that he set up in our Discord server. Basically, a group of MTF members have to deal with a dimensional bleed. I'm not entirely sure what it is either. You'd have to ask Epsilon, he's a lot smarter than me in those ways. What type of eye color do you have? They look super gray on camera, and they are pretty gray IRL, but they're a little more blue. They're a little more blue IRL than on camera. I don't know why. The camera desaturates them a lot, but, like, not that much, but, like, a lot. But anyways. Where was I? However, these anomalies / breaches do not vanish when taken from the vicinity. The reason for this is unknown at the current time. Violet's bangs getting in the way. I was gonna acknowledge that, but I didn't want to get sidetracked again. You know the reason why I'd rather keep them in the way than not? I'd just rather not do it. I'd rather have them in the way. Anyways. An area of high Hume concentration, on the other hand, is a very strange place. What? What do you mean, on the other hand? Like, it's different. You said it was a strange place when it was a low Hume concentration area. Okay, so they're both very strange places, but I'm guessing they're strange for different reasons. To normal humans, it appears vivid and overpowering. A place of otherworldly aura. Remember how the Himalayas have a high Hume concentration? This applies to all mountains. I can't even tell you guys why that oh my god. This is what I've been looking for weeks! guys why I'm so happy? I'm screenshotting this. This is going to be very, very, very handy for the SCP video that I have planned for 096. That was like the missing gap that I needed. Okay, I can't really explain to you guys, but I'm really glad that I read about this. There is no way. Anyways, I'm moving on. Okay, the Himalayas have a high hume concentration. This applies to all mountains. There's a reason they're often sought out as a place of enlightenment. To reality vendors, on the other hand, these areas are flat, gray, and earthy. Since the hume concentration in these areas are usually close to or higher than the reality bender's own levels, they have significant trouble exerting their powers in these areas. Oh wait, actually that might not help me as much as I thought. I don't know, ignore me losing my mind over this. I've been like losing my mind over this for weeks. But anyways. Okay. In some cases being completely restricted from affecting the area. As such, reality benders tend to avoid these areas instinctively or otherwise. Currently in construction, Site 35. Augmented with special Scranton anchors and located in the Himalayas. Promises to act as effective containment for reality benders when completed. I still have no idea how reality Scranton anchors work. I've googled it, I've looked on Reddit, I've asked people, it's been explained to me by multiple people. I still really don't get how it works, but basically they're like they serve to normalize the amount of reality in an area, so it kind of like balances out the amount of humes going on. So anyways, okay, wait, that's actually, I don't know, actually, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, maybe that's actually not as helpful as I thought. There's a high hume concentration. So that means more reality, so that means it's harder for reality bending abilities. Okay. Anyways. Is it possible for a regular human to become a reality bender? Oh. Yes. The answer is yes. At least, oh wait, what? Yes, there are many rituals and gimmicks that promise to do so. However, the list of actual techniques to do so is very small and is currently being compiled. Who wants to perform a ritual next week to become a reality bender? Raise your hand. Let's all get together next Saturday. What the fuck is happening? I don't know. Wait, Epsilon is gonna be Pepsi because Epsi sounds like Pepsi. And then you put a little hand up like you want a high five. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Frumpy. Oh, Rainfall wants a high five too. You are my top favorite YouTuber on YouTube. Aw, thank you. Also, you know what? My bangs are kind of being annoying. I'm just gonna... I can't tell if that looks as bad or worse than just... I don't know. It's like less in my way though. Anyways. Is it possible for animals to have hume fluctuations as well? thank you, Emolusco. The answer is yes. At least one cat is suspected of it, as well as several dogs and some fleas. I feel like it's an SCP that I forgot about, but anyways. There is evidence coming in that certain whales may be capable of it as well. It is also hypothesized that inanimate objects are capable of this, but testing has been difficult and the is unproven. Needhawk or Silly here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alex. Poor Hamilton. Do we have any methods by which to test for Hume fluctuations at a great distance, such as interplanetary or further? Oh. At the moment, no. As I understand, a great many options on this front are being tested, but until then, we can only measure Hume concentrations locally. Okay. What are our options for detecting reality-affecting entities such as distances? What? Okay, as mentioned above, effectively none. Does being in the vacuum of space alter the nature of Hume variants in any way? I don't even know what this is about. I don't even know what this means. Short answer is no. Long answer is space is a little strange. Its baseline Hume concentration is slightly higher than Earth concentrations, with the same variations seen on Earth. Huh? Okay. In fact, it is hypothesized that most of space has a Hume level equal to or lower than Earth's norm. Okay. You just said it was slightly higher. Equal to or lower than. Most of space. Wait, what? Space is a little strange. Its baseline Hume concentration is slightly higher than Earth's concentrations. And then the next sentence says it's been hypothesized that most of space has a Hume level equal to or lower than Earth's norm. Am I dumb? Or does that not... Like, does that immediately contradict? Huh? Maybe I'm just being a moron. I don't know. Anyways, and galaxies and clusters act as Hume concentration areas in the same way that mountains do here on Earth. However, this is only an educated guess until we can find an actual method of testing it. Okay. Question. Are large and low Hume ratings expected to remain unusually high or low in parts or organs of a reality bender when detached or their user becomes deceased? Oh, okay. Are there different Hume concentrations in certain organs rather than others? If so, which? Starscream is gonna be named Ice Cream. Okay. That's actually a really cute nickname. I wouldn't complain about that. What's mine? Also, listen to Alex. Do not say your age in the chat. We don't allow that. That's not good. That's your personal information, and it should stay that way. Thank you, Kai. That's very nice. Thank you. Violet is violent. Okay. That's really original. Anyways, basically the question is, how is Hume altered when a reality bender becomes deceased, I guess? And are there different Hume concentrations in certain organs rather than others? If so, which? So let's read about that. The answer, a good question, and one we haven't studied much at this time. Preliminary results, I think that's how you pronounce that, seem to indicate that all organ Hume concentrations are higher than the baseline, with the heart, liver, and the brain possessing the most concentration. Why the heart and liver? I don't know. Anyways. However, it is only an educated... Oh, wait, no. I'm reading the wrong space. Possessing the most concentration, but these levels are not as large as those present in the reality bender when alive. Huh? Okay. As the reasons for this are unknown and the possibility of some freak hume fluctuation or contamination cannot be crossed out, all of this is speculation at the moment and needs to be verified by further research. Okay. Question. Are there any noise or interfering background signals when measuring hume concentrations in areas that are supposed to be quote-unquote clean of the reality-bending effects? I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to feel the aneurysm coming on again. What do you mean background signals when measuring hume concentrations? So the answer is yes. Oh, hi, Sai! How are you? Hi, Sai. Hey, bud. That's true. Alex has been an absolute legend today. They were the only one holding the fort down for a little while. What was I gonna say? Okay, so the answer to that question was yes. Basically, we've seen that what we've seen is that in a completely isolated area freed of outside influences, the basic hume concentration seems to fluctuate up to plus or negative 9 centihumes. Okay, so now we don't just have humes, we have centihumes, which I'm assuming is like smaller than a regular hume. I don't know. This was never taught to me. I'm currently DMing silly, so they might show up. I hope they do. Then you guys could argue in the chat, and it'll be really funny. What was I gonna say? What am I saying? Oh yeah, so 2 readings taken in the same place in different times can yield significantly different... Oh, hold on, does that mean like 100 centihumes? Is that like more than a hume? Significantly different hume concentrations. Like, hold on, is 9 100 humes? There's no way it changes that much. There's no way it changes that much, because from what we've read, that's just, like, totally not normal. If I knew what a centihume was, that could help a lot. I don't know, though, centa kind of means like 100. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know for this. The reason behind this phenomenon, by the way, is unknown at this time. What is a centihume? I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't. That would be really crazy if a centihume actually meant 100 humes, though. That'd be really confusing. Oh, okay. Don't comfort. Okay. So wait, hold on. Let me read that over, though. This is my only sense of cool. Aww. Okay, well, I'm glad, at least, Alex. I'm not gonna say too much, because I don't want to be, like, you know, like, pitying or whatever, but, like, I'm glad that... Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm glad that this is good for you. Anyways. Oh, hold on. This is like, oh. Okay, more questions. Has any cognito-hazardous, info-hazardous, hazardous or mimetic, I've never known how to say that, mimetic, I don't know, effect been related to altercations in Hume ratings. To clarify, this is a question on the respective effects these agents have on the human psyche and brain chemistry, and not on the various anomalous effects affected individuals may display after being exposed to them. That is, can information alone and its knowledge change Hume ratings? The answer is no. None of the above materials or effects have been linked to Hume concentrations. It appears that these effects do not affect the local reality, instead creating changes solely in the affected person's thought process and brain. Okay. However, the anomalous effects displayed after exposure can have and have had multiple effects on Hume concentrations. See SCP-4225 for more information on this. I'm not clicking on any random links today. I am not doing that today. We're sticking on track today, because that's how I got sidetracked last time. But to be fair, I did think that all of this was from Dr. Clef. I thought that I was on track. And I don't regret reading any of this. This is still really awesome. Okay, finally, this is partly a request by Dr. R. You greedy fuck? What do you want? Several medical doctors and health officers of the Foundation medical branch have requested to access mini HRI's Scranton reality anchors to test their prolonged effect on human beings, particularly on possible relation to altered mental states and general well-being of operators and civilians. What? Is there any way to request access to them for testing purposes, or have these matters been looked into already? In case this has been tested, when will you publish a paper on it? This is kind of interesting. From what we've seen on personnel working on SCP-2000, which I'm not getting into right now, Scranton anchors don't seem to have any negative effects in the short term. All requests for long-term testing would have to be funneled through the Ethics Committee, and all papers produced thus can be published on the SCP Foundation's internal servers. Basically, the Foundation's private AR capital XIV. I don't know what that is. Okay. Now we got a question from Dr. T. I guess all of the doctors' names who have asked a question, they just have, like, their names abbreviated into a single letter. Dr. T. Have any locations or objects with 0 negative Hume values been discovered? Actually, I was interested in that, but because of the fact that, like, the first fact, answers, and questions page said something about, like people needing to get, like, sand from other unimportant areas and bring it to, like, our own universe, aka sand meaning reality, kind of makes me think that that's, like, a thing. I've kind of been wondering about that. What might such values represent? Oh, okay, so the answer is, as of yet, no. So no 0 or negative Hume values have been discovered. In nature, the lowest Hume concentrations we've encountered have been in the vicinity of 27 to 28 Humes, which, while low, is quite far from an absolute 0 concentration. Artificially, we've been able to get these concentrations down to 15 Humes. Again, low, but still quite far from that of perfect 0. Oh, from that perfect 0. While it is theoretically possible that 0 Hume concentration can exist, it is incredibly I got a notification on my screen. It was for Uber, but I thought it was for my phone battery for a second, which would have scared me because my phone is already on charge. I thought it was gonna die before we were even done our first hour of streaming. That would have sucked. Anyway, let's continue. Where was I? While it is theoretically possible that 0 Hume concentration can exist, it is incredibly unlikely that such a thing can exist naturally in nature, or can be artificially created without massive repercussions. Such as a thing would not be considered reality as we think of or experience it. As for negative Humes, we haven't even put any negative numbers on the Kant counter dial, so how would we even know what we're measuring? And that's ignoring the fact that negative Humes would probably indicate that something's gone horribly wrong with the general structure of the universe, and that, such as, whoever's holding the Kant counter should probably be getting the hell out of Dodge. I don't know what that means. Dodge is in, like, not all capitals, but Dodge is spelt with a capital D. I don't know what that means. Why did you say you're a moron? It's funny. I don't watch these videos anymore, but I used to watch a lot of videos that were, like, idiots doing something. Like, it was always titled, like idiots doing something. I think the most popular one is idiots laughing at car crashes. I don't know, something about people calling themselves idiots or morons. It's kind of funny, I think. It's not self-deprecating, it's really not. I don't think I'm, like, the brightest person in the world, but I think I'm incredibly creative and, you know, very resilient and persistent, and I feel like that's, you know, kind of, I don't know. Anyways, I don't say it in a way to be mean to myself. I say it in a way because it's silly and it's funny. And you know what, it's funny to think of, like, a moron reading the SCP Foundation files, because, like, typically this is a very, like, smart people thing to read about. Like, the authors are all very smart and science-y and intelligent in a way that I'm typically not. I'm more on, like, the, like, creative side of things. But anyways. Anyways, I don't know what Dodge means. Get the hell out of Dodge. I don't know. Wait, Violet, if you don't choose your nicknames, the chat will choose for you. Stroll up to see. Okay. Okay, well, I don't want you guys choosing my nicknames, so. What are my options? Where did you put it in the chat? I don't... Frompy, resend it. I can't find it in the chat. Just copy it or something. I don't know. I don't trust you guys to give me a nickname. I'm gonna paste it. Okay, I'm ready. I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm ready. Gasoline, does smell good. Hi, bread! Better than most flowers? I was gonna kind of agree with you. Like, I don't think that gasoline smells, like, good, but I don't think it smells awful. And, like, I can kind of see how some people like it. Unimportant, but I love the jacket you're wearing. Thank you! I wear this for, every Friday stream, because it's, like, it's the only, like, SCP article of clothing that I have. I might wear, like, a hat or something, like a cap with, like, the SCP logo, or, like, a shirt or something. I really, really want a shirt of Dio, SCP-035. I really want a shirt. I don't know if I would have to, like, custom order it or whatever. I don't know what I'd have to do to get something like that, but I really want a shirt of Dio, and I would wear it out everywhere. I don't care. I don't care. It's getting colder out, and I live in Canada. I don't care if it's, like, winter. I really want a shirt of Dio, and I want to wear it everywhere. Probably she meant the nicknames. Wait, what? Choose your nickname. Almost everyone has gotten one. You pasted it? No, I can't see it. You didn't paste it. I can't see it. You're messing with me. Paste it again. Okay, I actually won't get distracted this time. I swear, I'm not, like, I genuinely, I'm not diagnosed with ADHD or anything, but, like, sometimes I do things that are, like, so stereotypically ADHD, it makes me feel kind of cringe, because it makes me feel like one of those people that, like, fake it in TikToks. Like, especially with the bird thing earlier. I genuinely got distracted by that. But I'm not even diagnosed with anything. I did, why can't you see it? I can't. I was strolling up, I literally could not see it. Are you faking? Are you faking pasting it? So I know what you're doing. You're faking pasting the nicknames so you can be like, oh, well, since you didn't pick, I'm just gonna name you, like, toilet bag or something. No, you're totally faking. Even if you're not, and I'm just being dumb, and I didn't see your chat, I'm gonna say you're faking. Oh, I was gonna say because it's rage baiting you, and it's making me really amused, but then you put the frowny face, and I kind of felt bad. I'm sorry. I believe you, I'm probably just being dumb, and I can't see it. Paste it again. Maybe. I'm gonna take a screenshot and paste it to my community post. Okay, I believe you. If you're doing all that, I believe you. It's okay. I was rage baiting, I guess. I was taking the piss out of you, okay? Oh, maybe a banned wordless problem? I don't even think I have. This might be a bad idea saying this, but I don't really think I have, like, banned words on YouTube. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, but if you can, I should probably get that sorted. My viewer count just went up a lot when I said that, so I'm kind of scared. But anyways, we're gonna move on. Okay, why can't everyone see it but me? I've got to be silly, like, incredibly silly. Okay, let me find Frompy's channel. Then go into community posts. Okay, I can't see it yet. Frompy, tell me when you post a screenshot, and then I'll see it, and I'll pick my nickname for myself. It's gonna be just, like, variations of my name that are really insultive. It's gonna be, like, violate, violent, violin, bald. Wait, you got a cat. Oh, you must be saying that to other people. I want a cat so badly, but I'm scared. I have a cat. I don't know if I should show him to you guys, though, because he's... I don't know. I don't want to bother him. And also, I'd have to kick him out immediately after, because he's very clingy, and if I don't give him attention at all times, and he's, like, on me, he'll start clawing me, and digging his claws into my legs, and it really hurts. And he'll also start scratching up my chair, which is leather, so obviously, I don't like him doing that. But if Bear asks to come into my room... Actually, you know what? We interrupt this program. Do you guys want to see Bear now? Because I promised to show you guys Bear on yesterday's stream, and I completely forgot to do it. Do you guys want to see Bear, yes or no? Bear is my chihuahua, by the way. He's my little guy. Do you want me to go upstairs and get him? I see one yes in the chat. I think that's kind of all I need, but I'll wait a little bit. Yes? Okay, you know what? That's all I need. Wait. Oh, hold on. Violet the Violet. Deranged weave-wearing woman? Weave-wearing? Vio cheese? The fuck does Vio cheese mean? When have I ever been associated with cheese? Weave-wearing. Weave-wearing? Ow. Weave-wearing? Violet the Violent. Okay, I get that's the best out of all of my options. Yeah, long live Violet the Violent. It's so fun. When have I ever done anything violent? Genuinely. You know what? I'm gonna go get Bear. I'm gonna go get Bear. I'll see you lot in like less than a minute. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab him. Hi, Sabrina. What are you doing? I got him. Here he is. Mr. Baby Bear. He's my little guy. He's my son. He's kind of a baby. He really likes being pampered, but he looks like he's dying right now. He's not. He's just fine. He's a Chihuahua, so he gets a little bit dramatic. Can I hold your paw? Oh. Oh. He looks like he's dying. Like it looks like a Renaissance painting. He's so dramatic. Oh, his breath. You stink. Here he is. Does he ever bite toes? No. He doesn't really bite. He's had a few incidences, but it was kind of things where he was warning people first, you know, and they didn't listen. Does he ever bite ankles? No, he's a hand biter. He's a hand biter. But he doesn't bite very often, does he? No. We need a nickname for Bear. I don't know where it came from. We call him Norman as a nickname. I think it's because of an old, like, British show called Fireman Sam. And there was this character in the show called Norman. And Norman's whole character, like, he only existed to be a little shithead. Do any of you remember watching Fireman Sam? Do any of you remember Naughty Norman? Yeah, Naughty Norman. Well, Bear's kind of naughty, so we call him Naughty Norman. So we just dumbed it down to Norman, so we call him Norman sometimes. Alex remembers? That's incredible. He's not sleeping, he's just being a little dramatic right now. I think it's because my sister is upstairs making crepes out of some batter that I made, and he wants to be upstairs right now so he can go and bother, my sister for her crepes that she made. Or cooked, whatever. So he's kind of just gonna act all dramatic and sad and mopey like he's dying. Anyways, I know you want to go outside. Do you want to go upstairs? Yes. Yeah, but anyways, he's 8 years old now. He's an 8-year-old baby. I've had him for a very long time. Does he bark often? Oh! Don't even get me. Yes, he barks extremely often, and the only way that I can make him stop barking is saying these words. Okay, guess you don't want no treats. Okay, guess you don't want no treats. No treats for Bear. And then he runs over to me. He stops barking and he runs over to me. Sometimes I have treats for him, sometimes I don't. But it kind of works often. Anyways, I'm gonna send him off. Say goodbye to Mr. Baby Bear, you guys. Oh, I know, oh, do you wanna, oh, his breath. He had to get some teeth removed, unfortunately, during his trip to the vet, so that's why he's kind of like, no, I'm not laughing at you, it's okay. I'm not laughing, I would never laugh at you. Okay, he's leaving. Okay. He does not want to be there. No, he doesn't. He wants to go and bother my sister. Go on, bud. I'll see you later. Alright. No, go on then. Go on. Anyways. How long have we been off track for? I need to get back into the file immediately because I have that question to ask you guys, remember? But for now, we gotta continue reading about Humes. Okay, Humes. Okay, question. It has been mentioned that the SRAs, that stands for Scranton Reality Anchors, work via siphoning off of reality from other universes, for lack of better terms. Are there any effects, negative or otherwise, that are known or theorized to be caused by the SRAs outside of their desirable primary effect? Gonna be honest, I'm kind of lost on that one. He's cranky because he can't bother the crepe maker. Yo, if you are planning on getting like a pumpkin this Halloween to like bake and make stuff with, just be aware that it will take a very long time. My idea was to buy a pumpkin and then just make something out of it. I don't know, I'm kind of spontaneous like that. I didn't know what I wanted to make, I just knew that I wanted to make something out of a pumpkin, like a real pumpkin. And I thought it would just be like a cute, quick little thing, but I ended up spending like almost like 4 or 5 hours, making like pumpkin puree and pumpkin seeds out of a whole pumpkin, and then with the puree I made a shit ton of cookies, and I still have an unholy amount of pumpkin puree left in my fridge, so I made batter for pumpkin crepes. So now we have a bunch of batter in the fridge for pumpkin crepes, but we still have a shit ton of puree, because the crepe recipe only required a little bit of puree. So I'm thinking of just making the rest of it into a big soup, because I love pumpkin soup. I'm getting off topic again. Answer. For the universes we're siphoning reality from, probably quite a lot of negative effects, including, but certainly not limited to, generalized reality breakdown, an increase in anomaly instances, increased reality transparency, an upswing in non-linear time areas, chronicle anomalies, spontaneous localized reality collapse, and a whole host of other things that we haven't even considered. That's why we calibrate our Scranton Reality Anchors, aka SRAs, nice acronym, I like it, to only drain reality from dead universes. Can I just say this whatever his name is, Dr. Jekyllid, I think is how you pronounce it, Jekyllid? This guy glazes himself so much in these, like, facts, QRAs? What the fuck is that? What did I just say? Anyways, this guy glazes himself so much, and I really, really like it. You better get bear a costume for Halloween. You know what? Good question. I might ask you guys about that in relation to the question I have for you after I'm done reading all this. I don't know what I could do, actually, but I'll have to think about it. A QRA is questions running away. I guess. I don't know what I meant by that. Anyways. That's why we calibrate our blah 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 to only drain reality from dead universes. These include universes that are already in their last legs, i.e. undergoing heat death, universes that have been one of the dash or negative K-class scenarios. I know what that is, but I also don't at the same time. Except for IK for obvious reasons. It's not that obvious to me, but anyways, that's just because I don't read. And thus have no surviving life. And universes that, for whatever reason, have no life, sentient or otherwise, to begin with. While the SRAs likely hasten the death of these universes, it is generally considered an acceptable trade-off, since these universes generally have nothing worth protecting. Okay, ouch. Damn, imagine being in one of those universes. I mean, I guess you wouldn't if there's nothing worth protecting, right? If there was no people. But anyways, and since there is an infinite supply of other identical universes floating around as well. Okay, I agree with that. As for other effects of SRAs in our universe, that's a good question, and one that definitely merits a long-term study. As mentioned above with SCP-2000, short-term exposure to SRAs do not appear to have short-term detrimental effects, and no long-term effects have been observed. For any long-term effects from short-term exposure or affects long-term exposure, your guess is as good as mine. Okay. Does it get angry? Are you guys still talking about my dog? I don't know. I mean, he's literally barking upstairs. I don't know if you can hear my sister yelling at him for it. Wait, Violet, do I get Energon for telling you to get a bear costume for Halloween? You absolutely do. I mean that literally. I'm gonna tell you how to make IRL Energon, okay? You want Sprite, blue Jello, and some kind of ice cube tray that makes, like, cubes, okay? It's literally as simple as this. You put the Jello, like, powder or whatever into a bowl, you add a little bit of Sprite, you add some warm water, you mix it, and then you put it into the like, ice cube tray. Then you put it into the fridge for a few hours, then you put it into the freezer for a few hours. I get Energon and you guys don't? Well, technically anyone can make Energon this way. It's really cheap. And the funny thing about that is it canonically tastes like Energon cubes. Because I think in Transformers 1 at least, the creators confirmed that Energon tastes like Sprite. Energon cubes taste like Sprite, so you're basically making frozen, lore-accurate tasting Energon cubes. And if you get, like, those zero sugar Jellos and, like, diet Sprite, it's, like, 0 calories. It's really good in the summertime, especially if you're on, like, a diet. But yeah, anyways, have fun with that. Energon is the Transformers version of caffeine. In a way, definitely keeps them awake. Anyways, let's get through. How much more do I have to... Guys, there's still a lot to read from this, and, like, I have to read other things, too. I wanted to read one of Clef's SCP documents, and I also wanted to read the SCP that Kamari wanted me to read. I think it was 4225, if I'm right? A snake-related SCP? Yes, yeah. And, I also had a question for you guys. Should I cut it short and then return to this another time? Or should I make a video on it? I don't know, though, because that's not really I don't know, I want this channel to still be horror-related. Should I make a video on Humes on the second channel, like, just because I want to? How about I use the second channel for just whatever I want that isn't horror? Like SCP concepts simplified, like Humes. Okay, I might do that. I might... Because I really want to read more about this, but it's so time-consuming, especially with how distracted I get with things. We have other things to do, and the thing is that this is my second stream in a row talking about Humes, so... I don't know, I wanted to read other things too, right? I wanted to read you guys Kane Pathos Crow, who's freaking awesome, by the way. Kane Pathos Crow is my favorite SCP author by far. It is largely because of the fact that Kane Pathos Crow, his self-insert is a dog, and I love dogs. I love Kane's vibe. He's very, at least as far as I'm aware, and I'm kind of too scared to look into it because I don't want my soul crushed again, but as far as I'm aware, he's very unproblematic. He's just a very good vibes guy. He's kind of just in the foundation as a self-insert to be like a silly dog, and I love that so much. I don't know, I love his involvements in, like, stories and canons and things. I love his background in general. Like, we don't know much about his background, but, like, I love him as a concept. Kane Pathos Crow is like a dog. He wasn't always a dog. Like I said, he doesn't really actually have much background. He became a dog in a failed lab experiment, which we're never really told what exactly happened. But he's like basically a talking dog, but he still works as a researcher for the SCP Foundation. But he's not just a fictional character, he's also a real guy. Like, the dog is his self-insert researcher character. The author himself wrote a couple of iconic SCPs, namely SCP-035, which is my favorite, which is, like, a large reason why I like Kane the most. Then he also made SCP-073 and 076, which is Kane and Abel. So, you know, he also made a lot of, like, other funny ones. I think he has, like, one that's like an egg, and then another that's like a chair. Anyways, yeah, this is why I want to get into, Kane's side of things next stream. I don't just want to, like, keep going on, like, the same thing, because, you know, this is, like, kind of the second week in a row that I've done Hume-related stuff and Clef-related stuff. I don't want to, like, linger on the same thing for too long, you know, even though there's lots to read about. Anyways, we're gonna move on from the Hume stuff for now. I might just literally make a video about this. Once I have, like, a full understanding of how this works and I've read everything, I might make a video about it and put it on my second channel, just because I feel like it. But for now, we're gonna move on. I have a question for you guys. How, like, where do you commission people to 3D print you things? And do you guys know of any, like, well-known or, like, trusted commissioners for that? Or not commissioners, commissionees? I'm talking specifically for masks, because I thought, okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm going as SCP-049 this Halloween. It was between the Plague Doctor, Dio, SCP-035, or Starscream, and I held a vote on my YouTube channel, and you guys voted the Plague Doctor by, like, a landslide. But I want it to go really hard. I always go hard for Halloween, so I want it to be, like, super, super, super accurate. And I thought that the mask would be, like, the easiest part, right? But I cannot find a single, like, Plague Doctor mask online that is exactly the way it is in, like, his, like, canon design on the wiki. Why is Bread dying? Bye, Bread. I'm gonna miss you. Okay, let me look up what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking for. This is the, like, canon image of the Plague Doctor on the wiki. This is, like, his current, like, canon design. This mask is exactly what I want. Like, I want it exactly like this. I don't want it any different. Like, I want this to go really hard, so I want it to be, like, super lore accurate. Here's another picture. There's only really 2 pictures. So, here's the thing. I was able to find, like, a fairly accurate version online. Let me just pick up Squishy again. But the thing is that okay, I'm just gonna pick this up again. Do you see how the beak of the mask is, like, it's flat? That's the thing that I can't find. It's like, I don't know. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I was gonna look up, like, Plague Doctor mask. Because there was one, like, thing that I found online that was super, super accurate, except for, like, the flat beak. And it was, like, it wasn't even a mask that you can order, it was, like, a 3D, like, model. So I'm wondering if I could send that, like, model to a 3D, like, commissioner, like a 3D printer commissioner, and I can just say, like, I want this exact model, but, like, I want, like, I want, like, the beak, like, flat on the top, like this, and then I'll just send the reference images. And then I'm thinking I could just get someone to, like, kind of model it, or I can, like, I don't know. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, if I can find it. Because it's, like, it's something that you have to, like, it's, like, a model that you have to get, like, online. It's like you pay for the 3D model. I'm gonna be honest, going through these images kind of scare me. Okay, I can't find it anymore. That's kind of awkward. I don't know. Maybe if I, like, look up 3D print? No. Okay, I'm sure I could find it on my phone, but I'm using my phone for streaming right now. Is kind of actually scaring me, so I might just stop looking. But, no more Megatron? What do you mean? Is he dead? I don't control what Megatron does. Okay. Some of his images are, like, scary as fuck. Like, bro, what is this? Anyways, yeah. Okay. Okay, James. Okay. I'm gonna close Google for now. I want to explain something to you guys that I've never talked about before. I have a very irrational fear of this one design of the Plague Doctor, okay? Like, this, like, 3D I don't know, like, what game it's used in. I don't know where you get this. I don't know where this model came from. He's ugly, in my opinion. Oh, Genu. Okay. Okay, okay, there's this one specific model of the Plague Doctor that I call the shoe bill design. Because it's got, like, a flat mask, like a flat beak, like a shoe bill, instead of, like, a crow or something. I don't know why, this design freaks me out so much. Like, I think it's the eyes and the face. It's like that uncanny valley feeling. You know when you just look at something and, like, that like, kind of looks human, but you know it's not human, so it freaks you out? I have that, but, like, specifically for this model of the Plague Doctor, like, it's just not, like, him. Like, it looks like something that's, like, pretending to be him. Like, some kind of, like, alternate from, like, the Mandela catalog. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find, like, a more clear image, but I'm really freaking myself out looking at this. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to zoom in. Oh my god. Wait, I lost it. Oh my god. Like, actually, I'm scared. Oh my god. Tell me this isn't the scariest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. It's the eyes! It's the eyes! It's literally the eyes, and it's the face. Like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just the fact that, like, the eyes are so intense, and the face is so, like, not what I know, like, the Plague Doctor as. Like, it's so uncanny. It's genuinely, like, something else is, like, pretending to be the Plague Doctor. It is so fucking soulless and intense. Like, it's genuinely the most uncanny thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. I think if I ever played a game, like an SCP game, where they used this model instead of, like, any other one, I would genuinely have a heart attack and die on stream. I get it now, that's creepy. It's really horrible. I call it the shoe bill design, because I can't, it really freaks me out. It really freaks me out. You know, like, I've played Containment Breach a lot over the course of years. So it's like, I'm kind of used to, like, the Plague Doctor, like, looking a certain way, you know, and I know what he looks like canonically, you know? I'm telling you, that's not him. I'm telling you, whatever that fucking thing is, it scares the fuck out. It genuinely just scares me so badly. Like, it actually just freaks me out. But anyways, I don't think I've ever talked about that before. Like, I don't know what they used it for. I don't know if they use it for, like a certain video game, or, like, an animation on YouTube or something. He looks like me at 4 in the morning. Dog, I hope I never see you at 4 in the morning. Was this it? No, this isn't it. But this is, like, similar to what I was looking for. I can't find it anymore. Oh, hold on, I think I found it. Wait. No, I was gonna, okay. Something is always, oh, is this what I was looking for? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know, like, literally any time that I try to find, like, a lore-accurate, like, canon-looking version of that mask, there's always something about it that's just not right. Like, this is kind of the closest that I can find. But I feel like the mask is, like, too curved down. And also, like, the like, top of the beak is not flat. It's kind of pissing me off. I can't find anything, so, I don't know. I feel like I just need to get it from, like, a 3D printer commissioner who, like, makes 3D models and then 3D prints them. But I don't know. I really don't know what to- wait, but what is this, though? Hold on. It's a Russian website, but... I might- hold on, because that's not just a 3D model, it's like an actual mask. I could get it, and maybe if, like, the material is thick enough, I have a lot of sandpaper. I could sand the top of the beak down to look flatter, or maybe I could, like, add some type of material to it. I'm sure I could do something. But the website is- it's AliExpress, but it's Russian. I don't know if they would ship to Canada. I don't know. I can't read any of this. I'll come back to it, but anyways. Yeah, I wanted to ask if you guys knew, like, any commissioners, but... I don't know, apparently not. I feel like if Rimuru was here, he'd have a good answer, but... Can you- hold on. Can you choose between these nicknames for me given by chat? Number 1, Frilly. Okay, that's cute. Number 2, Frompy the Frompiernator? God, the chat keeps going up. Poompy. Goopy? Frompy the Frolicker? Oh, it's between Frilly or Frompy the Frolicker. I'm gonna say Frompy the Frolicker. That sounds really silly. I like that. Okay. Anyways. Wait, my uncle has the same masks? Why the hell does your uncle have those masks? Your uncle scares me. I'm gonna scare myself this Halloween. I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, yeah, I'm just- did I screenshot that already? I'm just gonna screenshot the website and come back to it. Cause I don't want to turn this stream into me, like, figuring out my Halloween stuff. So anyways, we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna move on from the Hume stuff, and we're going to read one of Clef's SCP articles. I don't think we're gonna read the one that we were reading last time, because, I don't feel like reading it all over again to get you guys caught up with what we were reading, so I think I'm gonna choose a different SCP. So anyways, Clef's SCP articles. And I'm just gonna choose a random number because, I don't know, there's like no title for his stuff, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go into the SCP Wiki. Clef's personal file. This is a really colorful picture. That gives like early 2000s pop for some reason. Anyways, SCP files. Oh, from highest to lowest rated. Huh. Wait, I picked something pretty low last time and it was still a really good SCP. But I guess we should pick something higher rated. I never noticed that it was rated like that. 166. Can he not... I don't see 166 on here. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I thought he, like, rewrote that. Like, maybe it would be, like, a shared thing, unfortunately. But I don't see why he wouldn't put himself as the, like, the credit for the rewrite. I don't know, that's weird. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, okay, what about... I don't know, SCP-16? We could do SCP-16. How about that? We'll try SCP-16. Oh, okay, this seems kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna read the description first, and then the special containment procedures after. I think. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it that way. My dog trampled over me one time. He's a Doberman. Ouch. Ouch. I love Doberman. They're adorable. But anyways, SCP-16 or 016 or 016, I don't really care. I really don't care. A lot of people are like, no, you gotta say it like if it's like an SCP that's in the zeros, you've gotta be like, no, it's O SCP, it's SCP-O this, or it's SCP-0 that, or just like say the number without the zero. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I'd rather just use titles, but like there's no title for this. Anyways, SCP-16 is a blood-borne pathogen recovered from a mine worker in Redacted who injured himself working in a deep coal seam. Oh. Said wound became contaminated with coal dust from the mine, possibly infecting the worker with dormant spores. Over the next several days, SCP-16 proceeded to infect the remaining employees at the mining camp. Uh-oh. As well as the CDC crisis team dispatched to deal with the epidemic. So very contagious then. What's going on in the chat? Anyways. Why is there no slow mode? The mods that usually put slow mode on are not here today, and nobody's been spamming, so I didn't even think to do so. So, if you guys can be trusted with slow mode. We've got a small chat today, so I don't really mind. You can set a slow mode if you want, Alex, if it makes it easier for you. I don't know. I'm kind of giving you the reins on this one. Anyways. Foundation personnel then took over the investigation and terminated all affected personnel. Oh. Patient 0 was brought into captivity, and the mine shaft was collapsed by an explosive device. Did they, like, study it first, or did they just blow it all up? They're like, oh, do you want to know what's causing this blood-borne pathogen? No, let's just blow up the fucking site. Let's just make everything explode. I don't know, maybe they researched the site and then they blown it up. But it says, Patient 0, so the original guy who got the pathogen or whatever, was brought into captivity and the mine shaft was collapsed by an explosive device. There's no mention anywhere that they studied the location of where the guy got the disease, so I don't know. Violet, tell me you know the ship Mega Op. Yeah, Mega Op is my Mega Op. I hate that ship. Unless it's ironic. If it's funny, if they're doing it in a funny way, then it's funny. I don't know. Because, I don't know, they called each other brothers a lot. Or they say that they were brothers once. I don't know. I don't know. If you're doing it in a funny way, that's cool. But if you're, like, unironically, I don't know. I've seen more worse than Mega Op. Oh, I'm sure there are even people that ship, Starscream and Megatron. I don't know, it's shippers. There's literally, I could say, oh, there's a ship between these two and these two, but there's literally a ship of anyone between anyone. I don't know. Anyways. SCP-016 has an incubation period ranging from 24 hours to 2 years, depending on the presence and number of other human hosts in the area. First symptoms resemble the common cold and include itchy eyes, a runny nose, coughing, and bodily aches. That sounds like it sucks. Phase 2 begins in 48 hours and consists of a controlled form of hemorrhagic fever, as the organism causes a small amount of blood to become aspirated in the lungs, creating an aerosol effect. Man, I'm just a writer. I don't know what any of this means. During Phase 3, the host crashes and bleeds out, bleeding profusely from every bodily orifice, including the nose, tear ducts, anus, skin pores, mouth, urethra, and I don't know if, okay, I've said a lot of words that I probably shouldn't have, but there's another word that I don't think I can say on YouTube. But, you know, it's a ladies' area, you know. Blood pressure skyrockets during the final stage. So basically with this disease, after the first 28 hours of displaying symptoms, you leak blood out of every single hole in your body. Cool. Blood pressure skyrockets during the final stage. Hosts have been observed projectile vomiting blood to distances of over 5 meters. 5 meters? I kind of forgot how long a meter was, to be honest. I feel like that's longer than my room. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine like my wall with like meter sticks on it, but I can't remember how long like a meter is exactly. I'm thinking that it would be longer than my room. My room is fairly small, but it's cozy, you know? That's still a really far way to projectile vomit. Oh, okay. See, now this is kind of more what I would expect from Clef. But let's continue reading. Sorry, I have a lash in my eye, but let's continue reading. The host should survive this near total exsanguination. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I really feel like I didn't, but whatever. The pathogen will become dormant once more, returning to the incubation phase. Oh, should the host survive this? I was gonna say, how the fuck is the host gonna survive that? Should the host survive? I don't feel like a host would survive, to be honest. If you are leaking blood out of every hole in your body, and then you proceed to projectile vomit blood to distances of over 5 meters, in my personal opinion, I'm no medical expert, I'm really not. In my personal, you know, if I just had to guesstimate here, I don't think anyone would live. I don't know though. I really don't. Cause like, okay, small amount of blood to become aspirated in the lungs. I don't know. What do I know, right? What distinguishes SCP-16 from other strains of hemorrhagic fever, such as Ebola and Marburg, is its unnatural response to high stress. Should the subject undergo a high-stress situation, such as a life-threatening crisis, the organism will change its survival tactic from rapid reproduction to the rewriting of the host DNA and simulation of rapid cell division. Major physiological changes occur within the first 24 hours. And the bodily reconstruction occurring within 2 weeks. Okay. That is incredible. That's really impressive. But I feel like if you're in a life-threatening crisis, I feel like it should happen a little bit quicker than that. I don't know, in my opinion, things like that kind of happen in a blur, and then they're over before you even know it. I don't know. Tell me some Transformers ships you like. Oh. I don't know, I'm not really a shipper, I'll be honest. I'm not against ships, I'm really not. But I just don't really think about that kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of like, I would never say this normally in any other context. Please know that I'm not saying this proudly, but I'm kind of like a man when it comes to, like, fandom spaces. Like, I'm more of like a, wow, that's so cool. Whoa, super cool edits of this character. Like, I like reading, like, the source material, and I like looking at, like, edits of things, and, like, theory videos on things, and I like character analysis and long format videos on subjects that I like, rather than things like fan fiction or ships, or, like, I like fan art, I do. But I don't know, I'm like, I don't know. People say that, like, this is what people say online. I don't really agree with this, but a lot of people say that women in fandoms, like, women claim this themselves. They claim that, like, fandom spaces for women mainly consist of, like, shipping and fan fiction and, like, shipping fan art and, like, basically doing, like, the, like, I'm cringe but I'm free stuff. Whereas men tend to just, like, focus on, like, the source material and doing, like, edits and, like, dumb, like, power scale funk things, you know? I'm not, like, against either or, but I'm more of, like, a man when it comes to, like, being in fandoms. Like, I don't know. I don't really, like, look into, like, ships or fan fictions or anything like that, so I'm not, I don't know, like, the thought of shipping Transformers has never really come to me, really, but, I mean, like, when it's implied in a show, I'm like, oh, yeah, they'd probably be good together. Like, yeah, not all women like fanfics and shipping, yeah, I agree with that. But I don't know, people on Instagram have been saying lately that, like, I don't know, like, I've noticed more, like, girls specifically saying that girls do that in fandom spaces. And, like, making fun of, like, men for making, like, dumb funk edits and power scaling things. I don't know. I'm not really involved in that kind of thing. But anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I would say if I had to ship any Transformer, it would definitely be Alita 1 and Optimus, because that's obvious. Or, What, knockout and breakdown? I don't know. I think that's kind of it, though. Like, I don't know, I only really ship when a relationship is either implied or canon, and I agree that they would, like, actually be a good couple. But I don't know, like, sometimes I see people suggest ships online, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, no, I could see them two together, like, they would be a good couple. Like, I don't know if that would qualify as shipping or not, but there are ships that I, like, agree with, if that makes sense. I'm just, like, not super into shipping. Like, I don't really care, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really care about, like, romantical things IRL. So I don't really care about them in fiction, either. I don't care. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. I really want to read about more projectile vomit. Anyways. So major physiological changes occur within the first 24 hours and bodily reconstruction occurring within 2 weeks' time. So basically, if you have this disease, SCP-016, and you undergo a high-stress situation, such as a life-threatening crisis, or your mom calling you by your full name, basically, if you're infected by it, or like if any organism is infected by it, you will kind of transform, I guess. Like, the disease will transform your biology, I guess. Oh, most hosts do not survive the process due to the heavy demands made on the body. That's interesting. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna just neatly tuck this under here because I don't want a repeat of this. It doesn't look that bad, but I'd rather look better. You know. Anyways. What was I gonna say? Okay. An interesting side effect of the transformation. Bro, what is the transformation? Okay, we're gonna get into that after. An interesting side effect of the transformation is an increased aggressive urge. It is believed that this may be an attempt to minimize the spread of the virus. Oh, maximize. I was gonna say, why minimize? I just read it wrong completely. It may be an attempt to maximize the spread of the virus in a manner similar to rabies. What, like through saliva? Like, do they fucking bite people? Huh? Oh, okay. That's really cool, but that's really scary. On another note, subjects who undergo bodily transformation no longer appear to exhibit SCP-16's hemorrhagic, why do you make me pronounce this word so much that I don't know how to pronounce, properties. However, subjects infected by transformed hosts will still undergo the normal SCP-16 infection process. Huh. Okay, so if you undergo a high-stress situation and the disease transforms you, you will no longer, have blood coming out of every hole in your body, and you will no longer projectile vomit blood. What the fuck is going on again? I don't know. Okay, you know, I'll do a little recap on what I know so far. So basically, SCP-016 is an SCP that originated from a coal mine after somebody got infected with it. So it's basically like a disease. And what it does is, the first symptoms, it makes you bleed out of every hole in your body. Every hole in your body. And then it makes you, like, projectile vomit, and you, like, you know, at first... No, actually, in the first stages, it appears as a common cold. Then you start bleeding out of every hole. Then you start, like, the projectile vomit stuff. And most people do not survive because of the blood loss, I guess. But if you have this disease and you are not dead yet, and you undergo a high-stress situation, like something that is, like, life-threatening, the disease will instead transform your body. under a 2-week process. And we're about to learn how it transforms you. But basically, what we do know so far is that when you get transformed, you become a lot more aggressive. And it is believed that you become more aggressive because the disease wants to spread itself in a manner similar to rabies. You know how, like, when an animal has rabies, it will run around and try to bite everything because, you know, like, rabies is administered through like, saliva. It's kind of like that, basically. I choked on a piece of steak. Be careful, chew your steak. That's like a... Isn't that like a saying? Like, chew your steak? Because choking on steak is so common. Chew your steak. Don't not chew your steak. Guys, chew your food, by the way. Man, going out by, like, choking on food is, like, one of my worst fears. Because I eat, like, things that would be stupid to die to. Like, imagine dying to, like, ramen noodles. Or, like, chicken tenders. Like, imagine if I came this far, and I found so much success, and I have a glorious career ahead of me doing what I absolutely love. You know, spreading my influence and making the world a better place. Better as in everyone is an SCP fan. And then I die to a chicken tender. Permission to laugh at me, by the way. If I ever die to, like, a chicken tender or ramen noodle, if I ever die because I'm eating like, shoveling noodles down my face, and it goes down the wrong hole, and that's what slimes me out, yeah, I won't even be mad if you guys are, like, laughing. But anyways, chew your food. You don't want to be the guy or the girl that dies to fucking noodles or something, okay? It would be hilarious if I actually went out that way. If I ever do, which I don't intend to, by the way, but if I ever do, in the rare chance that actually happens, find this clip and, like, make a meme out of it, okay? Like, find me saying that, like, me going, oh, imagine dying to noodles, and then just cut to, like, the news article of me dying to noodles. But anyways, what am I drinking? This is a London Fog from Starbucks. My sister got me this using a gift card from her friend a while ago, so I'm not supporting Starbucks. Oh wow, Optimus and Alita 1 are the only male and female ship. Or not? What, you mean like they're not together, actually? I don't know. I don't know. I watched War on Cybertron. I watched like a War on Cybertron G1. I didn't finish G1. I watched Prime and Transformers 1. I don't know if they ever like actually became a couple in any canon, but I do ship them too. But anyways, okay, let's read what actually how you transform if you are infected by SCP-16. Ew. Sorry. Okay, so we start off with Subject D-16-1. So this is the first D class to ever be infected with SCP-16. Upon first showing symptoms, what the fuck is going on up there? Anyways, the subject's quarters were slowly flooded with water over a 24-hour period. So this would, of course, put them under a high-stress, life-threatening situation, which would force or make SCP-16 transform the guy infected. So SCP-16 mutated into a... That is a new word. Teratomorphic states. Lungs transforming the subject's lungs into gills. I think I might know what this might be setting up already. I think that SCP-016 might just transform you however would help you out of that life-threatening situation. So it doesn't like just have like one way of affecting a person. It transforms you however you need to adapt to survive the situation that threatens your life. Anyways, the subject survived for 2 more weeks as SCP-016 transformed its limbs into fins, and caused its eyes to atrophy. Not sure what that means, but maybe it means like allowing your eyes to see underwater, like a fish's eyes. I don't really know. Cutely lays on the floor motionless. Starscream's dead? Bye, Starscream. What was I saying? And enhanced its sense of hearing into a Cetacean type echolocation ability? Sure. Subject was terminated by draining the water from its quarters, causing it to asphyxiate. The body was subsequently cremated without autopsy. That's weird, okay. Aura farms on Starscream's dead body. So Sigma. Okay. Okay, so so now we move on to the second D-class that was ever, transformed by SCP-16. D-class personnel infected with, SCP-16. Upon first showing symptoms, subjects' quarters were slowly flooded with water. Am I reading the same? Oh yeah, slowly flooded with water over a 24-hour period. Okay, so they did the same thing for this guy. SCP-016 mutated into a teratomorphic state, causing the subject to undergo rapid muscular growth and increased bone growth on knuckles. Subject then attempted to escape from confinement by punching through the reinforced steel door. Subject was not successful and died by drowning. Okay, theory before we keep reading. Theory. Does SCP-016 know how its infected, like, organisms die? And then it mutates differently every time to try new strategies? Because the first D-class turned into a fish, basically, so it would be able to breathe underwater, but it didn't really work because the Foundation killed it anyway. So maybe the disease was somehow aware of that, and then when it infected another D-class, instead of turning into a fish this time, it mutated itself into something that could escape, so it wouldn't get killed. But then it got killed anyway, because it couldn't get out of the door. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. There's a backflip on Starscream's body. You guys are hella disrespectful. I wish I had a figure for Starscream. I have Soundwave. I have Shockwave. No Starscream. No Starscream. I have, like, Sideswipe, Red Alert. I have, like, Nemesis Prime, Ultra Magnus. I have Slag. I have Bumblebee. I don't have Optimus Prime. Well, most of them came from gambling, like mystery boxes. But anyways, I don't have Optimus Prime. I don't have Megatron. I don't have Starscream. I don't have Alita. I don't have RC. Whatever. Anyways. Yes, Slag, Alex. I love how Alex was the only one that... Okay, no, I need to explain this. So he did get renamed. I forgot what he got renamed to, but Slag. Listen, I know that we both know what that means. But that's not what they meant when they named him Slag. Slag actually has another meaning, and it means like molten metal, or like something like that. And I think it was related to the Transformers' abilities. That's why his name is Slag. But he did get renamed. I called Cilia Slag. I don't know, I call my Shih Tzu a Slag, but like, just as a joke, obviously. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, no, it's actual. I can show you him if you want. Hold on. This right here is Slag. He's one of the Dinobots, which means he transforms into a dinosaur. But yeah. When will you read SC? Oh, don't, fear not. I will get to reading that as soon as I'm done with this. I'll stop wasting time. Okay, no, same situation, different responses. Interesting, by Dr. Redacted. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I made a whole theory about it. Anyways, subject, okay, so this is the third D class that was infected with 016. Subject was previously a chemical engineer who poisoned his wife upon discovering her adultery. You know what, usually I'm on the girl's side, but like, okay. Alright, alright. Anyways, upon first showing symptoms, subject's quarters were slowly flooded with water over a 24-hour period. Huh. Why did they mention his crime? Like, all D-class are basically taken from, like, prisons, right? So they can be used as test subjects. What? But they didn't mention the other's crimes. They mentioned this guy's crime. Previously a chemical engineer who poisoned his wife upon discovering her adultery. I wonder why that was included. Weird. I'm just skimming over the rest of this article. It's not that much longer, but no other D-class in this whole file mentions their crime. That's kind of weird. I mean, you know, I want to say girl boss, but it's not a girl. Anyways, upon first showing symptoms, the subject's quarters were slowly flooded with water over a 24-hour period. And the subject mutated into a teratomorphic state, causing subject to grow an unusual organ on his chest, consisting of a chamber and 2 separate tubes. Organ continued to take in water and swell in size until Foundation personnel realized what SCP-016 may be attempting and terminated the subject by gunshot. Organ was found to contain several gas sacs filled with acetyl... I can't say that. I actually can't say that. No, not acetylene? Acetylene gas and oxygen? I don't know, maybe it was trying to, like, maybe that gas is poisonous or something, and it was trying to, like, spread it so that the personnel died? I really don't know this time. I don't feel like Googling what the gas is, though, because I don't want to get sidetracked again. Okay. Now this is the 4th D class. 4th D class was infected by SCP-16. A subject was told to concentrate on forming wings. No stress was applied. SCP-016 did not mutate into... Fuck that word. I'm just gonna... You know what? He did not mutate. Subject died of exsanguination during Phase 3. Huh, okay. Bro could not grow wings. Okay. The 5th and final D-class, and that will kind of end the, file, basically. Then we can read what Kamari wanted. Anyways, subject D16-5. So this is the 5th and final D-class. D-class personnel infected by SCP-16. Subject was told to concentrate on forming wings and then placed in an acrylic box suspended 305 meters, 1,000 feet above a mine shaft. Why the fuck did they do all that? Okay, I mean, like, I get that is high stress and life-threatening, but like 1,000 feet? And why over a mine shaft? A timer was placed outside the box, which the subject was told indicated the time to release. Mutated into a teratomorphic state, causing subject to grow a tentacle-like organ on his left wrist similar to a spider's spinnerets. I don't know, I'm a centipede girly, I don't know that much about spiders. I don't know what a spinneret is. Subject extended said organ through one of the box's air holes and extruded a strong silk-like substance, which it then used to secure the box to the cable. Huh. So it didn't grow wings, but it did adapt. Oh, it's the web organ. Oh, I got it, thank you. I'm a nerd, you're not a nerd, you're cool. If you like spiders or centipedes, you're cool to me. Like, you're automatically cool. Especially if you like centipedes. Anyways. Oh yeah, I read this. Subject was terminated when the countdown reached 0 and the bomb detonated? Wait, what? Okay, so hold on. They said what? They said that they were gonna put him. Okay, so they put him in a box, or them. I don't care. Yeah, his. They put him in a box, and they suspended the box way in the air, and they told him to grow wings, right? No, yeah, concentrate on forming wings. And then he was given, like, a timer. He was shown a timer, and basically, like, they were told that when the timer runs out, they're gonna drop the box. So he's gonna have to grow wings so he can, like, fly or something. So he doesn't die from falling. The bomb detonated? Okay, so, like, even if he grows wings, how would you know if they worked or not if you're just gonna blow him up immediately? Like, I do like this, it's funny, but it kind of defeats the whole... If he did grow wings, it would be one thing to, like, see the wings, but how do you know that it would work if you just immediately fucking bomb the box? Because at least if you, like, released the subject, then they would fall and then they would fly, and I don't know, maybe you could shoot them out of the air or something, but you wouldn't even say they did grow wings. How would you know if they worked or not if you just immediately blew up the box? Dumb, stupid, dumb. It's funny though, it really is. Okay, we got footnotes here. But we only got one, and it's short. Due to their similarities as fatal contagions that stimulate the production of excess organs, a possible link to SCP-1801 is under investigation. I'm not going to click on that link right now because we have another SCP to read about, and that's the one that Kamari recommended, and that is SCP-4225, which is a snake or something, and I like snakes, so we're gonna check that out now. I'm glad I clicked on this one. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a little violent, but not in like a bad way. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm kind of trying not to laugh at the box exploding. Okay, let's look up SCP-4225. Shut up. Wait, hold on. I saw, like, the first thing that showed up was, like, an image. Kamari, is this what it looks like? Does it wear a hat? That's freaking adorable. That's what we're gonna read about. Oh. Oh. Whose OC is this? Hold on. So, there's someone who made a fan version, like their own SCP, and named it SCP-4225, which is it's obviously a fan SCP and not the canon Snake SCP. And their design is very typical of someone's OC, instead of the typical character design that you would expect out of a character designer, or maybe someone in a more professional or educated field. That is the most polite way I can put it. And they obviously take a liking to certain SCPs, and they're not shy of showing that in the comics that they make. This is like, it's all over Google Images. You know when people describe something as like a car crash and they say that they can't look away? Like, not necessarily because they want to be looking, but just because it's so disastrous that you just can't peel your eyes off of it. Never mind! I'm here to read about a snake, okay? I don't encourage any of you to look up what I'm talking about, because I don't know, I'm a big girl in the creator world, you know? I really do not want to cause any harassment or anything like that. Who knows, they could be a completely different person now and they could be absolutely ashamed of what they've done. Maybe they made it like 10 years ago and now they're like logged out of their account and they can't get back in because they don't know the password and they severely regret their digital footprint on this world. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get some people. I'm just gonna put it at that. I really don't see how, like, you end up that way, but, like, anyways. Yeah, read the snake, not that thing. Will do. We're on its wiki right now, so we're talking about it. We're here to talk about a snake, not what I've just witnessed. Anyways, are you talking about the Valentine love? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck its name was. I'm not looking more into it. I don't know. I hope that's what you're talking about, because if you're talking about something else entirely, and there's something else infamous I don't know about aside from that, that's even worse. So I hope that I'm talking about what you think I am. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna read the... You know what, I'm gonna read the special containment procedures first. Because I want to. So the oh, it's a safe class SCP, which you don't really see with a lot of living SCPs, because obviously things with sentience are always gonna be kind of unpredictable, unless it's like an animal with like a strict mind, you know, like things with like a human-like intelligence are kind of unpredictable, but like things like I don't know, like insects, like centipedes, they're pretty, you know, because you know what they can think of and what they can't. So anyways, special containment procedures. SCP-4225 is to be kept in a standard reptile terrarium. Wait, not terrarium, whatever. At Site 66, and supplied with food, water, and veterinary care appropriate for a typical non-venomous snake of its size. Aww. Only researchers whose first or last names start with S should interact with SCP-4225. Would SCPs fall under that category? Like, it's technically not their, like, it's not their names, it's like their designated numbers or whatever. But some of them don't have names. I don't know, actually, that's not really true. Like, a lot of sentient SCPs have names, or we just don't know what their names are. I don't think SCPs would count, because it's not their name. Anyways, so that transcription is possible? Huh? I don't understand, but we're gonna understand. The more I read, right? All of SCP-4225's shed skins are to be stored separately in a standard safe class locker. These skins may be accessed for study upon request. I've never thought of something. What do snakes do with their molts? Is it called molts? Their shed skins or whatever? When centipedes molt, they do something really cool. They do something that's metal as fuck. Do you know what centipedes do? When centipedes molt, they eat the molt afterwards. They eat their own dead, like exoskeleton. They eat them sometimes. It's not gross, it's cool. Listen, molting is like a very exhausting thing for a centipede to do, right? When they're finished molting, they're very weak and they're in a very vulnerable state. So they can't really, like, go out and hunt for themselves or whatever, and they don't really, like, accept food that much, so they need a way to gain, like, the nutrients back. So they eat their own exoskeletons. I don't know. I love centipedes so much. I actually am a centipede in a skin suit, so yeah. I love centipedes. They're so freaking cool. Oh, cool. Okay, people are role-playing in the chat. It's freaking awesome. Anyways. Description. SCP-4225 is a non-venomous snake of an unidentified species. It is, oh wow, okay, I didn't expect it to be that large. It is over a meter in length. It's 1.1 meters in length. Alternating 3-centimeter bands of scarlet and silver coloration along its body. Oh, okay, pretty. The only exception to this pattern is a line of black text along its spine, reading Sammy the Superfluous Serpent by Senior Supertainment. Who is Supertainment? I know Wondertainment. Who is Supertainment? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Hi, Epsilon! Huh. Okay. When SCP-4225 sheds its skin, the same text is repeated on a new layer. SCP-4225 is capable of human speech. Aww. And possesses a level of intelligence roughly equivalent to that of a young child. Aww. Is it one of those cute SCPs? Is it one of those cute ones? Aww. Okay. Aww. Okay. Oh, SCP-4225 is a mild cognitohazard. Any speech directed at SCP-4225 through any medium, so I'm pretty sure that includes, like, speech, through any medium. Yeah, so that includes, like, talking to them in person, or talking to it in person, talking to it, like, through, like, a speaker, or, like, through a recording, or any kind of device, I guess, must consist primarily of words beginning with the letter S. Okay, that's interesting. Articles, some prepositions, and other short words, but no nouns, are exempt from this effect. Huh. Are as numbers. What? Okay. Aside from the exceptions, any spoken word not beginning with the letter S will be silenced. Okay. SCP-4225 is also unable to deviate from its speech pattern, possibly because it is not immune to its own effect. Oh, so it can only say, okay, so when you're talking to this SCP, you can only use words that begin with the letter S. Okay, and it can also only use words that begin with the letter S. If you try to say other words, it just won't work, I guess. Huh. Snakes are kind of a touchy subject because it almost died because of one. Yikes. Yikes. That is rough. Fortunately for me, I've never had any bad experiences with snakes and stuff. I've had plenty with spiders, but I'm getting over my arachnophobia pretty well, actually. I just handled a spider with my hands today. I don't know what type of spider it was, but, like, she was really fast. Like, I saw her on my floor, and I thought that it was, like, a fruit fly or something, like, trying to go through the carpet. And, okay. I'm gonna be nice about this, because I don't want to not be nice about this. I genuinely don't. I'm saying this in, like, a friendly reminder way, but Epsilon, when I make SCP streams and I say it's gonna go on from this time to this time, again, those are just, like, a rough estimate of the times. It usually goes over. It can go over. In a nice way. You know, no harsh feelings or anything. But no, it should not have ended 30 minutes ago. We're just 30 minutes over the minimum time. Anyways, Starscream flied away. Sorry, Starscream. Anyways, let's continue reading. SCP-4... Yeah, I was talking about a spider. Anyways, it was really fast. It was like a really small spider, but it was really, really fast. But I actually learned that some spiders can't survive outdoors. The reason that they're indoors is because it's the perfect temperature for them. We've had kind of like a fruit fly problem in our bathroom, which fucking sucks, by the way. I've been meaning to buy traps, but for now, I literally just put the spider in the bathroom instead. I was like, you can live in my home, but you're gonna get rid of this problem. Anyways, let's continue. SCP-4225 is also unable to deviate from this speech pattern, possibly because it is not immune to its own effect. Okay. Can only speak to it using words that start with the letter S, and it can only speak to you using words that start with the letter S. Got it. Tex is unaffected by the cognitohazard, and but it is not a viable form of communication with SCP-4225 due to its illiteracy. Oh, it can't read. So if you text, not text, I mean, I guess if you text, I don't think it has a phone. If you, like write out a sentence to it, you don't have to worry about making every single, word of the sentence begin with an S. But it's kind of useless doing that, because even if you showed it what you wrote, it wouldn't be able to read it. Aww, it's stupid. Like me. Attempts to teach it to read and write have thus far been unsuccessful. Oh, I can't learn. Oh, okay. Oh. SCP-4225 was first contained when the Foundation agents responded to reports of a talking snake in a pet store in Redacted, Washington. The owner of the pet store claimed to have no memory of the object's arrival. The owner and redacted civilians were given Class B amnesic. I've never been able to pronounce that word. Basically, they were given drugs that make them forget about the talking snake. And SCP-4225 was contained without further incident. And now we have an interview log. Okay. Begin log. Dr. Sarah Kothari says, okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Wait, what? I'm confused. Okay, so it says that you can only speak to this SCP using letters or words that begin with the letter S. And I was just about to say, that this log is going to be interesting because it's going to be a full conversation using words that only begin with the letter S, so it's going to kind of be like a clever conversation, but just skimming over this, a lot of words in this do not begin with S and don't even have S in the sentence, and I was thinking maybe I was wrong and that it was only the first letter of the entire sentence that have to begin with S. But no, there's two pieces of dialogue that I can see here that do not begin with S. Huh? Okay. Begin log. Dr. Sarah Kothari says, salutations, SCP? I don't know why it's spelled like that. It's spelled S uppercase, then the rest lowercase, CIP. 4225. So the snake says, salutations, Sarah. Don't mind the dogs barking. Dr. Kothari says, state the source of your supernatural situation. This is confusing me a little bit because the, of, and your doesn't begin with an S. I don't know what's going on here. But then the snake says, sure. Senior Supertainment supplied me with such stuff. Me and with, again, don't begin with an S. I'm kind of confused about this. Maybe I read something about the SCP wrong. But Dr. Kothari says, surely. Oh, like, surely? Like, are you certain? And SCP-4225 says, certainly, which is pronounced as an S, but it's spelled with a C. It's a soft C. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and reread the file, because I don't really understand this, I guess. But anyways, Dr. Kothari says, share the story. The snake says, see, Senior Supertainment shaped Sammy so that students studying speech should share standing of spelling. Also, Sammy is super silly. There's a lot of S words going on here, but there's a lot of words that don't begin with an S, so I'm not really sure what's... Maybe they can. Oh! This is why I titled the stream the way that I did. Okay, I think that they can still say words that begin not with an S, but it will just be silenced, as in, like, if you say it out loud, it will appear as though you're just mouthing the word. Maybe. So you can still technically say words that begin without an S, but you just won't be able to hear it. Which is why they have to talk mostly. Oh, I think you're cool. Thank you so much. You're cool too. Which is why... Okay, so that's why they're talking mostly with S words, but not all. Because it doesn't really matter. As long as you say enough to kind of get the full context, I guess. Also, Supertainment shaped Sammy so that students studying speech should share standing of spelling. Sammy's super silly. Okay, so it seems like whoever this Supertainment guy is, they made Sammy the snake. And they made Sammy the snake as an educational tool. For spelling? I'm really not sure. So Dr. Kothari says, I see. Is Sammy the sole superfluous snake by Senior Supertainment? The snake says, sort of. See, SCP-4225 coughs up a crumpled piece of paper. Document document 4225-A below. Okay, I guess I've got to read that after. Dr. Kothari attempts to say thank you, but is silenced by, SCP-422's effect. The snake says, sorry. Dr. Kothari says, "'S-okay." Oh, she said "'s-okay" instead of "okay," so he could understand. Or this, I don't know what the snake's gender is. Its name is Sammy, so it could be anything. Okay, well that's the end of the log, but we still have document 422-A, which we're gonna look at now. Whoa, okay, so here's what I'm about to read now. I don't know, it's like an extension of the wiki. Wow, you've just found yourself your very own amazing alliterative animal. A brand new series of fantastic... Oh, it is by... Oh, the logo with the W, that is by Dr. Wondertainment. They probably just call him... what do they call him? Supertainment? Because the snake can only say S words, so he probably calls him Supertainment instead of Wondertainment. They're probably the same person. Okay. Yes, it is Dr. Wondertainment. Okay. Dr. Wondertainment makes, like toy-related SCPs, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know, silly things for kids, kinda. But anyways, wow, you found yourself your very own amazing alliterative animal? A brand new series of fantastic friends and perfect pets brought to you by Dr. Wondertainment. Find them all and complete the Zenny Zoo. Huh. Got Antonio the artsy I don't know what the hell that is. We've got Buffalo the Buffalo, Carlos the cool capybara. Some of these animals have links to them. Like they're like actual SCPs. We got Dennis the dirigible dugong. Huh? Einstein the enlightened... I'm not reading all of this. They're just animals. Wait, Vivian the Violet Viper discontinued, and there's a link to it. I am gonna click on that one. Huh? Okay, I'm not reading all that, never mind. That's weird, though. Okay, I wanna go back. Okay, the document is pretty much over, but there's still some footnotes. Silly toys. Yes, like the human-sized doll that murders all men. Anyways. Footnotes. While usage of skip, and other similar colloquialisms of the official documentation is discouraged. It is permitted in the case of SCP-4225 for ease of communication. Okay, I guess skip is just another way to say SCP. I don't know where the I comes from or why, but I don't know. Oh, I guess you can't, because it's an acronym, not like a word. You can't say SCP because the not S part of that doesn't start with S, so I guess you have to say skip instead of SCP. I guess? Anyways. Oh, words beginning with the soft C sound are not silenced by 4225's effect. Okay. Oh, okay, so they don't... Okay. So it doesn't matter. As long as you're making the, like, S sound, it doesn't matter if it's actually the S sound or a soft C, because it's the same thing. Huh, okay. Further testing have shown that any language construct representing the sound made by the English S is likewise exempt. Okay, so it isn't actually really about the letter S. It's more like that sound. It's more about that sound. Okay. Abbreviating words to bring them in lines with the restrictions of SCP-4225's effects is only effective about 30% of the time. Okay. Object is not believed to exist, as everyone knows there is no such thing as a pangolin. Yeah, actually don't fucking know that, because I don't know what a pangolin is, actually. This statement has been flagged for potential anti-mimetic corruption. Hold on. Wait, Violet, their pronouns are she, her, not they, them, or he, them, because... Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna look up what a pangolin is. Are they implying that the SCP isn't real? Wait, no, a pangolin is an animal. I don't know what this is implying. Pangolin. And they are real, I think. Yeah, they're real. They're actually a real... Oh my god, they look like Pokemon. They look like, what is it called? Sandshrew, I think? That's so weird. Okay, but this document is saying there's... Object is believed not to exist. What object? I don't understand. Number 4 in the footnotes of this document, that doesn't make sense. The object is not believed to exist. What object are we talking about? The snake? As everyone knows, there is no such thing as a pangolin, so obviously we're not talking about the snake. I'm so confused, but okay. Maybe it's because I didn't read that document all the way? Like, maybe I missed something. Yeah, Percival the preposterous pangolin. Object is not believed to exist, as everyone knows there is no such thing as a pangolin. Huh? Oh, okay, so of all the, so Dr. Wondertainment basically made a lot of animals that are similar to SCP-4225. And one of them is said to be one called Percival, the preposterous pangolin, which a pangolin is like an animal similar to like an anteater. It looks like a scaly anteater. It seems real. I just googled it, and like it seems like a real animal, but it says object is not believed to exist, as there is no such thing as a pangolin. Which is weird, because number one, it's the SCP Foundation, anything can fucking exist. Like, number two, I think that I think it is actually a real animal. Why did they add that? That's so weird. No, like, they're actually real. There's nothing on Google saying that they're fictional at all. Like, I'm looking at pictures and, like videos of, like, people holding them. They're real. Unless Google is, like, pranking me, they're real. They're real animals. Hold on, this is what it's talking about. Oh, it actually doesn't look that real. Okay, apparently they're an endangered animal, but, like, this is what it's talking about. I'm so confused. Why would it say that they're not real when they're real? Are they real? There's literally nothing online. I've never seen these things in my life. They don't look that real. They look like AI-generated Pokemon IRL that you'd find on, like, Instagram Reels at 2 a.m. But, like, nothing online is saying that they're not real. Like, there's a whole Wikipedia for them that just states, like, their, like, scientific name. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. 4 species found in Asia, and 2 species found in Africa. Size ranges from 30 to 100 centimeters, 12 to 39 inches. Several extinct pangolin species are also known. In September of 2023, 9 species were reported. Right, so they're real. Like, they're real. They're real animals. They're threatened by poaching for their meat and scales, which is used in traditional medicine. I don't care. I don't care. Humans can go fuck themselves. These animals are so cool looking. Huh. Well, they're actually kind of big. Look at this thing compared to lions. I swear, like, the government just, I swear, the government literally just makes up animals. They, like, make animals in a lab or something, and then they just send them off in the wild, and then they, like, pay Wikipedia to make articles on them, pretending that they've always been a thing. You ever just be online and you discover, like, a new animal that you never thought existed that just looks like something out of, like a Pokemon game or, like, a movie or something, and you're like, this can't be real. Like, there's no way something like this just exists and I've never heard about it. I don't know. I swear, like, the government just be I don't know if it's the government. Someone out there, some type of organization, I don't know, maybe it's the fucking SCP Foundation. Some group out there is just making animals and other species, and they're just sending them off in the wild and being like, oh yeah, no, those have always existed. It's pretty cool, right? Like, yeah, but where the hell did they come from? I don't know. Oh, my London fogs got cold. Probably because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, and I should probably get going now. Can you make a stream about me after this? Are you an SCP author? Maybe one day. I don't know. Anyways, let's have a yap session and get ready to wrap this up, because we've came here for all we needed to come here for. Unfortunately, I didn't finish reading about Humes, but I don't know, I'm pretty interested in that topic, so I might make, like, a video about it on the second channel if I can ever get around to it. I don't want to promise something that I can't follow through on, because that's, like, a reoccurring theme with me, but, you know, whatevs. Starts crying harder? What the hell is going on? Aggressive chomps? Is Starscream getting bit? Chomp Starscream. Sorry to hear about that, Starscream. Kai, we gotta put you down. I shall never cease. Kai's just, you know what? Kai's out there doing what Kai wants to do, you know? We love people who just do the shit they want to do, right? Want to hear an SCP joke? I do. I do. Bro, I don't even know what's happening. I don't know. Somebody named Kai in the chat is biting our other chat members. Starscream has smacked Kai. Save us, Violet? What the fuck am I meant to do? I'm all the way over here. I am very safe away from the chat. I don't want to get involved in all of that. It goes like redacted. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Starscream, are you okay? I don't think so. I think Starscream is like getting bit or something repeatedly by a guy with rabies. Or a girl with rabies. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have much of a yap session. I feel like the chat is kind of occupied with biting each other. Violet, your nickname is going to be Wildcraft Master. I don't know what rank I'm at right now. Ugh, it's pronounced amnestics. Thank you! I may forget that, but thank you. That's super nice. Amnestics. Got it, that's good to know. I'm terrible with pronouncing things. TBH. I'm making a snake SCP of something that resembles a snake, and it has wings and 6 eyes. Hey, that's pretty cool. Flawless pronunciation, thank you. One thing that helps me a lot when it comes to pronouncing things, and this goes for English and French, I swear, this trick or whatever has gotten me through so many French oral presentations in school, and it helps with English too. If you are like struggling to pronounce a word properly because it's just not spelled how it's pronounced. It happens more often in English, I find. Actually, no, I don't know. The French alphabet is different from, like, the English. Anyways, one trick that I find is, like, write down the word, but write it how it's pronounced, not how it's spelled. Like, as long as you don't have to give in the sheet to somebody after, in which case you should always have a sheet with the correct spelling and the sheet with, like, how you should, like, with the sheet that is spelled how it's pronounced, not how it's, like, actually spelled, right? Like, say I had to pronounce a word for a French class. Say I had to pronounce oiseau, which means bird, right? Oiseau is spelled like 7 letters, and it's spelled really complicated. Instead, if I had to present that as an oral presentation and I got to read off a sheet of paper, I would spell it as, like, W-A-S-O. So it's like oiseau. And I just pronounce. I swear, I don't know. Like, I know that you guys are back in school now. I don't know if this will help with any other language. This just helps with me. If you're ever struggling to pronounce a word, or, like, remember how it's pronounced, and you have to do, like, a presentation on it, write down the words how it's pronounced, not how it's spelled. And then just read it like that in, like, whatever like, accent the language has that you're supposed to be reading. The Croatian alphabet is a pain in the ass to learn. Huh. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm assuming you're right. I'm assuming you're right. I don't know. Anyways, that got me through a lot of oral presentations. I've had presentations where I've had to submit the paper afterwards, so just, yeah, always have 2 separate papers. One with what you plan to say with how it's actually spelt, and then the other one with how it's pronounced. Uh-oh. Transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. Is the stream lagging? That's probably a sign to get out of here. But, you know, we can yap for another, like, 4 minutes. I don't know. Anyways, looks a lot like ours, but it has special pronunciations that make no sense. Oh. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes, like, things in other languages don't translate directly to the language that, like, you're native to. And why something is named the way it is in one language versus another. Take perfume in French, for example. I'm not getting into all that, but, you know. Anyways. I don't want to reapplying this. I'm gonna get off soon anyway. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna work on my video and also sort out my Halloween shit. I'm probably, I don't know, unless that Russian site ships to Canada. And I can just work on the mask from there that I was talking about earlier, because it is pretty accurate. It's just the sharp, like, beak is kind of pissing me off, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go sort out that, and I'm gonna go work on videos. Bye, Epsilon. Bye, you guys. Oh, it's lagging? That's okay. I'm getting out of here anyway. Bye, guys. Have a great week, okay? See you when I see you again. Bye.